Hi everyone, Mark here from AmericanAeration.com, and in this video I want to do a quick overview of the Airmax PS40 subsurface pond aerator. We'll go over some features and basic specifications of this system. We'll also talk about some of its use cases, how it fits into certain ponds based on their size and depth. We'll also talk a little bit about maintenance, and we'll talk about some comparable systems on the market that you'll find to the PS40 in the 4 diffuser configuration. So the Airmax PS40 is made for aerating ponds up to 4 acres in size. This would be based on a average depth of 12 feet or greater, and you'll be able to cover up to 4 acres with this system. It is powered by a rocking piston 3/4 horsepower compressor. Airmax systems are known for their quiet operation. They focus on that, work very hard on that, and part of the way that they're able to create a quieter system is through their excellent poly cabinet design. It has an intake port on one side of the cabinet, which also has a nice thick pre-filter, which keeps the larger debris out of the cabinet itself, which is very nice. And then it also has a built-in cooling fan, an exhaust fan on the opposite side, which also is covered somewhat by the cabinet structure. And this keeps this pump as cool as possible. Rocking piston pumps in full-time operation, and they are continuous duty pumps. They're meant to run 24/7, but they do get pretty hot when they run, and so having this cooling fan in the cabinet is a very good thing to keep the entire system cooler throughout. Reliability index by our standards is 8.5, maybe 9 out of 10. The compressors have been extremely reliable for us, very few issues, very long running and good performers. The cabinet is basically indestructible. The weighted airline is very stout and solid, very few issues with that. The one place where we have seen a few issues come up with our customers is in the membrane sticks on the diffuser itself. These diffusers have 4 sticks per unit with a weighted base, and these sticks attach to a center post, if you will. And occasionally, through some incident, you may find one getting broken off. Now, Airmax has been exceptionally good about replacing these if they get damaged in the warranty period, and we've never had issues with that. They've been very responsive, and so no real complaints there. It's the one small instance where we could say the reliability is, a little less than a perfect 10, but overall the systems are exceptionally well made and do a great job for our customers. Speaking of warranty, Airmax warranties the cabinet for 10 years. There's a 5-year warranty on airline and the diffusers, and then 3 years on the compressors. Getting into some specs on the PS40, this again is powered by a 3/4 horsepower rocking piston pump. It will, with the 4 diffuser array, cover, and these are Airmax estimates and suggestions, 2 acres from 6 to 9 feet deep, up to 3 acres, 9 to 12 feet deep, and up to 4 acres, 12 feet deep or greater. Keep in mind that with subsurface systems like this, depth provides greater coverage areas. The deeper you can go with a diffuser, the more pond area you will affect and improve oxygenation and circulation. The PS40 as a standard kit includes the silent air cabinet and the 3/4 horsepower compressor. It also has 400 feet of 3/8 inch weighted airline. These airlines can be extended for larger bodies of water, and also you can order the PS40 with no airline at all. If you do that, Airmax uses only 5/8 inch diameter weighted airline, and you want to keep that in mind if you go with a no airline order. The system also includes 4 membrane stick diffusers with weighted base plates, and of course all the fittings and clamps that you'll need to put everything together. Specifications on the pump itself: 3/4 horsepower, as said before. It draws 4.3 amps on 115 volts. You can get it wired for 230 volt optionally for a small upcharge, but 115 is the default option. Output is 5.6 cubic feet per minute of air, which is very good, and it distributes this output between the 4 diffusers with a valved manifold so that you control the airflow however you wish, and 5.6 CFMs throughout. It has a max operational depth of 50 feet, and by Airmax's estimations, it will cost around $35 for full-time 24/7 monthly operation. That's on a 115 volt circuit. Maintenance on these rocking piston pumps is very simple and pretty basic, and there's only 2 points to focus on. The first would be the air intake filter coming off of the pump itself. The filters generally will hold up pretty good, especially as they're in this cabinet and kept pretty clean in there, but you'll want to keep an eye on this filter cartridge to make sure that it is relatively clean and free of dust and debris. Some people will replace them every 6 months to yearly to maintain good performance in the system, but it will vary depending on the environment that you have the pump and the cabinet in as to how often you're going to have to change this. It's something to keep an eye on as you go through a couple months of operation at a time. In terms of the only other major maintenance point you want to keep in mind is from 3 to 5 years out normally, you will see compression loss coming off of the pump. What you'll generally see with these multi-diffuser systems is 1 or 2 of the diffusers will start to lose air output. The bubbling will slow or will be non-existent, although the others will look fine, and the pump will sound like it's running fine too. But what this indicates is a compression loss coming out of the pump, and you'll want to start to consider getting a rebuild kit in hand. Now, these rebuild kits have gaskets and piston rings, which are basically easily replaced, but they are a wearable part, so they fall under normal maintenance. But you simply want to get a rebuild kit, and normally people can do this update on site with a few simple tools in about a half hour to an hour. Simply replace the seals and gaskets, and you'll have a system that is up to full capacity again, and will run another several years before you have to do this. So it's very simple maintenance on these systems. There's nothing to oil, nothing to lubricate, nothing else to worry about but these 2 points. So as we close, we'll talk about a few comparable systems that you'll find on the marketplace, and you'll find all these also on our website at American Aeration. The Kasco Robust Air 4 is also a system with 4 diffusers. However, it uses 2 quarter horsepower pumps, so it's a little bit different how it comes at the air generation. The Easy Pro Sentinel is also a 3/4 horsepower 4 diffuser array. And then the Solaer 2.4 is a full-time solar aeration system with 4 diffusers, and again has very similar coverage to the PA40 or the PS40. And if you have questions on any of these systems or how to fit them to your pond, be sure to get in touch with us at AmericanAeration.com.